So what's up? So this one's gonna be about old racist good old boy Pat Buchanan saying that African Americans have not assimilated to America after 400 years. And what are my thoughts on that? Well, because when you get everything stolen from you, taken from you, sold as property, stripped of your native tongue, Jim Crowism, white privilege, etc., you're gonna, from a spiritual perspective, you can never be comfortable because we know that America is a lie. When I say that, um, when you have to understand it's only been since 1964, since the Civil Rights Act, and only since 1965 with the voting rights, and then only since 1967 that you could marry interracially. So when you deprive a race of people, and technically you're only talking about really 50 years out of 400 plus, African Americans built this country, built the White House, built buildings, educated, enlightened first, but history don't teach you that. You can't assimilate properly in something. Malcolm X once had a great quote about it. You can't go in 9 feet deep on someone and give them take out six and say we're equal. We're not equal because America has not shared at all. White America has not shared. Go get a bank loan, car loan, education. How is it that you're 13% of the population, but you make up the majority of the prison? You know, and the housing, the discrimination, all adds up. You think about people who are like one generation removed from blatant Jim Crow, whites only restaurants, psychological, all that factors. So when they tell you America's the greatest country in the world, and they tell you all this assimilation, all this jazz, they don't tell you about the history. They don't tell you about the enslavement, the mental institution, and how it has been in every institution from colleges, how they had to have, they wouldn't even, it was against the law for African Americans to even read, write. And they still have an electoral college for voting, which is chained to counties, which was used for slave masters to keep hands of property. They use that to still vote. The popular vote don't even count. It's the electoral. So it's the recurring theme of the old mindset that still plays in the new. So I tell Pat Buchanan, well, it has been assimilated, just everything's got stolen. Yeah, he got a point because I'll say this. Yeah, they stole everything from African Americans. They haven't shared everything, but they've stolen it, used it as property. Yeah, when you're used as property, you can't ever, I don't even care about the people who tap dance and shuck and jive to appeal is no trust because it's not right. And the mental illness of racism in America is real and very, very vivid. Pat Buchanan, and let's be realistic. When you have a racist like Trump and these others, they made so much money off African Americans. People will fashionably say go back to Africa. They'll fashionably say that. But they made so much money that African Americans are the true Native Americans. And they have made America $1 trillion industry. But everything is sold to China and other places. The story ain't told in the history books. You have to look for it yourself. You're not going to find this. They will never tell the truth. So when you say assimilate, is that more to be like white, but be like what you feel is acceptable? Well, you're never going to have it because, again, you've been living a lie. Pat Buchanan, if you're looking into your ancestors and everything, you need to do some soul searching, brother, because I'll tell you something. Um, the mental illness that it gives you this false balance that you own everything, that you're entitled to everything, the white privilege and all that, is a sad, sad state of affairs. So no, it's a compliment. If somebody says that African Americans haven't assimilated here properly, I take that as a compliment. Why would you want to assimilate on a place that keeps a racist flag, racist national anthem, making Colin Kaepernick an example? He ain't broke no laws. And they use the privilege and the power. They still have these people with Confederate flags, KKK, White supremacists who walk down the street, do as they please to intimidate, to try to bully, to target, and the biggest known terrorists are white men. So how could you assimilate with those evils and those forces? That is reality. That's not a slander. That's a reality because that is what's being sold. When people tell you that this is this and that. So Pat Buchanan, he's trying to open up something. Why won't black people? Why won't you be happy that what we gave you? We stripped you of everything. We take everything. We make you treat you like second class citizens. We just use you and abuse you. Why won't you assimilate? Because the power of the African force is real. And people know what's up. It's deeper. That's my take about Pat Buchanan saying that African Americans have not assembled with America. Feel free to leave comments. Feel free to subscribe and leave your suggestions. And when the bell rings, that's a new video. I'm out. Peace.